Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda, author to a 1v1 own. Mill Road, north is Prabuty, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, here with Mechanized, featuring command tanks, 250 half-tracks, vehicle critical repairs, spotting scopes, and leichte Feldhaubitz-Achsen, forming up here the 2nd Panzergrenadier Company of the, let's just go with 11th Panzergrenadier Division in the south. That is Bulat, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Taking on the role here of the 10th Mechanized Corps, 6th Motorized Rifle Company. We've got Motor, Advanced Warfare, and NKVD Rifle Disruption Tactics, Anti-Tank Grenade, Molotov, and Mine Bulletins there. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters, these champions and heroes of the Propagandacast. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate by PayPal. Links are in the video description. I wish no comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. So off to the standard side here for both sides. Got a MD42 versus double conscripts. Bulat here spreading out fairly aggressively. That said, though, Advanced Warfare and NKVD is definitely a bit rarer commanders here lately. Guard Motor is definitely the certain meta that admittedly it's kind of always been. A few exceptions. Units heading northwards aggressively at so far. Standard approach here, heading for the southern fuel point with just the pioneers, leaving Prabuty's main force in the north. Means, of course, if Bulat doesn't have anything in the north, he can easily push for the fuel point, secure that possibly. Second Grenadier Squad there for Prabuty. Sees an eastern point with the Pioneer. Graham the centre for the conscripts. Defaulting against the needed by the western vector and pushing them back. Go, bit of light shooting there. Second Grenadier Squad moving out the Prabuty. Again, worth noting, most of the forces are heading towards the western fuel point here. So it's clearly focusing on that and pretty much not expecting to either fight hard for the fuel point, just expecting to matter, I guess. So it's an interesting opening here by Prabuty. Interesting. Bulat is just scouting ahead and he so far is not aware what's about to hit him. So it will be interesting to see what happens then. We got a 4th conscript here for Bulat, so could be Advanced Warfare to take advantage of all these conscripts, or NKVD to use the commissar to benefit from these conscripts, maybe? But there you go. Okay, south of the car point looks like Prabuty is reacting to this, so perhaps Prabuty was not so entirely confident in his northern fuel strategy there, but he's actually rushing back now to defend his carve point. Third Grenadier Squad almost done here. West side machine could move ahead here. Grenadiers was in the east, slowly winning out. And there go, Cons being attacked here. Pioneers drawing the fire line. The Grenadiers getting shots there. Bulat, I think, so attacks. We should easily turn the conscripts on the Grenadiers here. Ends up not working out. We see a retreat here, but pushing for the southern fuel point. Meanwhile, though, again in the north, Prabuty does the same. So, bit of a mirrored action there, though, of course, with some crucial differences. In particular, Bulat can quickly down sandbags here to make it harder for Prabuty to seize the eastern fuel point back. Of course, in some ways, the MB42 does the same, but if it gets flanked, that's definitely much rougher for the MB42. And currently, the MB42 is a bit on its own. The Grenadiers having a ramping time here. East side here, Grenadiers bring in, pushing the conscripts back, at least attempting to, but again, the sandbags are almost done, at which point this becomes a lot tougher for Prabuty to do. Machine gun route here is around the west. So, Prabuty's little plan, sadly, got turned against the Bulat. 4th Grenadier Squad, though, so that's a pretty heavy tier 1 here from Prabuty versus Bulat. 4 Grenadiers, 1 MD42 versus 4 conscripts. And it's worth knowing, Prabuty's command doesn't really factor a lot into this technically the command tech. At some point, in theory, the 250 half can of course also work well with those Grenadiers, but it's not really a command again that really works with just directly having a lot of Grenadiers. So it's a bit interesting choice there for Prabuty. Whereas again, Bulat technically has 2 commands that can sound well leverage it. Of course, he could still go for Guard Motor because Guard Motor is still really good. Pioneers close being wiped out here, still allows the Glees to get a bit of pressure in against Bulat. North here got his trouble here. Oh, he actually managed to grab the medical supplies up there on the north side. For some reason, there's a medical crate up here, which can heal and of course provide a bit of a defensive bonus. Cons right here by the Grenadiers. Up north, Grenadiers being attacked by the conscripts. MD42 moving back in. Not even tech yet here for Bulat. He definitely needs to get that going soon. No tech for Bulat either. Now go tech for Prabuty and the 11th Panzergrenadier Division. For those wondering what a Panzergrenadier Division was effectively like a motorized infantry division. They were basically just truck-borne infantry, typically with a battalion of panzers, but typically they'd be using Stugs. So technically, occasionally they could get panzers, it's instead of actual Stugs. And those, like, you know, they had a lot of other, you know, towed equipment. None of it was particularly, like, self-propelled. And most of the time, they would not have access to armored half-track. Occasionally, there were a few elite Panzer Grenadier divisions could find themselves with some tanks or even armored half-tracks. And part of that was also typically, like, if they absorbed, like, remnants from another destroyed unit, they could occasionally, like, get stuff that way. By 1945, though, there was no real difference between a Panzer division and a Panzer division, by the way. A little fun side note there. Machine gun flanked here by the conscripts, though. So, overall, though, they had more infantry than the Panzer division, but again, they lacked the Panzers and a lot of other more armoured elements compared to the Panzer divisions. Constantly charging at the Grenadiers here. Grenadiers with the engineers there. Like to make a nice company there. Constantly forward towards the fuel point there again. Bulat is on the offensive still. But still no commander for Bulat. Still kind commandant man here for Bulat as well. Very good. So far good advance. That said, another side note, this is the one in many respects that were, you know, basically again just motorized. They did have in one respect one, you know, actual comparison with the Panzer division, which is they were roughly with the infantry squads equipped like Panzer Grenadiers, meaning like, you know, each unit would have like access to 2 light machine guns, for example, and they were also typically higher quality recruits. So, bit of additional note there on Panzer Grenadier divisions. Bit of busy here with mining up there, but again, Prabuty definitely defensive here. Despite having all this infantry, he's not been quite able to leverage well, whereas Prabuty's been using his infantry quite well, in particular backed up by flamethrowers. We do get some tech here for Bulat and the Red Army. Got the Pani Spear in the way here with the Flammable Alpha. Guessing we're seeing an armored car here for Bulat, though he could also go for the 250 half-track. North is in the mine. Again, good work there by Bulat. Just 30 munitions. You can easily just, like, render one Grenadier squad half strength and effectively force it to retreat. So, not just the manpower cost, but also just effectively like the time cost is imposing there. And Prabuty is pretty big. And there go Flareman goes off, killing a Pioneer. Actually, didn't kill a Pioneer. That just went off because of the flamethrower. Machine in the center pushing back the conscript. Oh, actually, light machine in there. Armored car on the way for Prabuty as well as expected. Meanwhile, we got take there for Bulat with the tank man on the way there. Gonna go for a T-70, I imagine, but there's still no commander for Bulat. Flareman goes off there, killing Friedrich. So, which of these 3 will it be? I mean, at this point, part of me feels like it could have advanced warfare, it could be Guard Motor. Though I feel like, again, in some ways, he's probably gone for them already now. But I mean, both of them have T-30-35, so it could still be there. This one has some R2 support there, but it could also still theoretically be NKVD. Still, Bulat's hesitation there is noteworthy. Prabuty, of course, will need a Pack 40 soon here to help deal with the T-70. Particularly since he had no time to lead on any telemines. Got the center of the Grenadiers. Bulat preparing for the next big push for the glory of the Red Army. Grenadiers moving up to support. We got 1 light machine gun ready here for the 4 Grenadier squads. Cover shattered here by the armored carnage autocannon up north in machine and they're caught by their flamethrower engineers to push back. More mines here for Bulat. Thumbs up. Very good and consistent mining here for Bulat and the Red Army. Comes the Grenadiers up close. That is definitely a win here for the Grenadiers, I think, unless they pop a Molotov, which he does have some research because they already took so much damage while closing in on the Grenadiers and up close. Like, even if the light machines are quite as effective, they still, you know, oh, well, actually turns out the Conscripts won in the end there. In fact, we might see a white P because Prabuty's not winning that. That engagement did not go the way I expected it to, like, you know, but again, up close the Conscripts do pack a punch, and again, the light machine is less amazing up close in those situations, so. Good kill here for Bulat, particularly since the light machine gun got dropped. This is huge for Bulat. I mean, a conscript with a light machine gun is pretty good. North the engineers wiped. Small win there for Prabuty over Bulat. More engineers here for Bulat to make up for the losses. Pack 40 there for Prabuty. He can't, you know, go for the Grenadier squad to replace the one lost because he needs a Pack 40 deal with a T-70. And he's squad laying down mines again. Worth noting he was mining the exact same spot they gone off last time. So that's extra devious there by Bulat. Handfast on the T-70 light tank, damaging the engine. Ground these in point with the conscripts. Again, just consistent, disruptive play there with Bulat against Prabuty. T-70 running back with the damaged engine. Pack 40 almost done here for Prabuty. Need to fix up that engine. Grenadiers on the move. Definitely need to upgrade some of the light machine guns again. At least the Pack 40 is ready to the Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40. Conscript in the centre. Pioneers to have from the north. Machine towards the centre. Conscripts routed. Of course, we have the light machine gun counters there for Bulat as well. Now, never mind, they're also in his most veteran squad, so they're going to be like already the best one to take advantage of it. So, definitely a bit of a sticky situation there for Prabuty. So he wants to hit ace level with them with the light machine gun, they're going to be a bit of a nightmare for Prabuty's men. Especially if they don't have the light machine guns ready to deal with the attacking light machine gun conscripts. Covers the T-70 pack for moving forwards, backed up with MG42 in the south here. Conscript moving ahead here, going to catch those grenadiers with a new shiny MG42. Repositioning a bit there, allowing the to shoot some shots back there, but still, I think with the light machine gun, the conscripts here, particularly also factoring the experience, likely has the upper hand against the grenadiers. Ooh, rifle grenade that could have up a bit. There we go, just giving them the edge then. The centre then before the ground points, the armoured cars, the T-Sim back up the pack 40, but the T-Sim is now slow in health there. We've got armoured cars moving in. He's trying to, like, you know, order to hold fire so it doesn't, like, return fire, but the problem is the armoured car can just move and finish it off. So there you go. Good kill for Prabuty, and there you go. Bulat here at the 11-minute mark does go for guard motor, calls in the guard rifle, and pushing him to 5 infantry squads, and add in the double DP light machine guns, which will also increase his total number of light machine guns to 3. Ultimately, not a surprise. Again, I feel like, you know, some of the other commanders could have worked quite well too here for Bulat against Prabuty. But, you know, again, guard motor is picked for reasons often because it is just an incredibly solid commander that's just good at, like, you know, most points of the game. Early, mid, late, like, just, it gives you everything. And it's, like, you know, also pretty straightforward stuff. Calling guardsmen, calling heavy mortar, build T-35s, make easy to destroy a tank, repair your own tank. Like, it's really straightforward. Guys with the pioneers there. Prabuty definitely needs to take up soon here, I think, and Bulat of course needs to push ahead for the Mechanized and Company so you can start leveraging those T-35C versus Prabuty. North going to use the conscripts. Bit light back and forth. No tech yet for Prabuty and the 11th Panzer Grenadier Division. Use the conscripts. Guarding towards the eastern fuel pump, and is nearby. Our response to the fuel pump being cut off again by Bulat. He definitely needs to be a bit sharper about that, I think. I also think he should have considered a Panzer Grenadier squad instead of going for that 4th Grenadier squad again here. But it gave him slightly more capabilities on the assault here versus Bulat. Finish the conscripts there, center being held by the engineers. On the west side, we got gunners with the attack with 2 conscript squads. Swinging about here for Bulat and the Red Army, and the center gunners bring back the engineers. Fixing up the armored car, and there you go, tech for Prabuty. So he's in the center, and the east side there, constant slow depression here, the southern flank of Prabuty. How the hell did he get Prabud or Prabad? But that's another story, I guess. Either way, though, Prabuty's southern flank, they're once more being stabbed by Bulat. Armor covers the conscripts. Machine here caught in a really bad spot. This is great for Bulat. Close to getting wiped up, but not quite. But again, attacking straight to DP light machine gun squad like this is a fairly painful prospect. I'm guessing Prabuty is feeling the strain here from all of Bulat's attack and harassment. And there you go, Mechanized and Company, and Bulat is definitely on the highway towards a T-35 there. Prabuty's going to have a tough time with it with just 1 pack 40. He may have to rush out some Stooks in response here to Bulat. Pioneer's got the western point here, going for the car front. He's looking to disrupt opponent's resource income. I think that's a very sensible idea here for Prabuty. Very sensible. Up north, armored car going for the conscripts there. Clearing out the cover. Fighting by the car front, finish the conscripts here. Eventually for the gain, that definitely gives the Grenadiers what they need here to win the fight. And obviously the conscript, push them back. Got the Eastern Fuel Pump neutral. You can see the Prabuty is swinging back hard here at Bulat. Partly, of course, I imagine is Bulat currently is slightly cooling down the economy, so you can go for that T-3485. Which, of course, makes a ton of sense, as Prabuty will struggle with it. But it does give Prabuty more time, of course, meanwhile, to move ahead then, and, you know, gain a bit of a buffer zone, if you will. Got 2 light machine gun now in the Grenadiers. Interesting enough, he went for his least experienced squad there rather than say prioritising the more experienced Grenadiers would be able to utilise the light machine gun much better than the raw recruits. And there we go, Bulat here with the T-34-85 medium tank. Grab the points here. Pack 40 hits a mine there, killing Otto. Pioneer, that's the Guardsman, got a quick grenade off here. And that's almost a full weapon of Pioneers. Mechanized armor company is halfway done with the T-3045. Prabuty is still yet to build the support armor core. And again, he's only got 1 Pack 40. He's also finding and the spotting script he's finally starting to use the commander. Certainly was a bit of a curious choice to go for it there. Going to bring forwards. Record of the contrast between the ones with the light machine gun. This is going to get a bit dicey here for him. And of course, we can also see these quick to upgrade his squad sets to the Soundman status. Except for the ones equipped with the light machine guns, they cannot be upgraded. But you know, who needs a 7th man when you got an MG42? Uncatching against conscripts. South here, T-85 moving in there. And he's quick to retreat in the face of that steel beast. And there you go, Grenadier Squad number 2 also retreating in the face of the T-55 again. Prabuty currently lacks the tools to really stop that. When the actual war, of course, a single Panzerfaust in the right place could have done the trick, but that would obviously be really hell to balance and obviously not fun for a lot of surplus. Just watch the tank go down to a single Panzerfaust. But fun fact, by the late stages of the war, most Soviet tanks were just knocked out by Panzerfaust to the point where they started applying, like, you know, their own armoured side skirts. So in this case, it was more like, you know, wired mesh skirts to help protect against Panzerfausts. Panther 4, they're slowly on the way. There you go, Panther 4 on the way for Prabuty. Fun fact about the Panzerfaust, the Soviets also used them in large numbers after they captured millions of them during Operation Bagration. But they primarily used them like grenade launchers in a sense and just bunker busters. But again, I'm guessing they also used them to knock out tanks, but the Soviets were also really fond of the Panzerfaust. Fun fact. T-5 was the Grenadiers, killing Ludwig there immediately. Got the Panther 4 ready here for Prabuty versus Bulat. I mean, for Prabuty, he was definitely able to slow down Bulat's economy there, so again, he couldn't like easily follow up with a second T-35, at which point Prabuty would be in some deep sauerkraut. Because it's once, you know, those T-35s, they've really started to snowball admittedly. Once any medium tank starts hitting large numbers, that's typically where things get dangerous for the opponent if they don't have equal numbers. But the T-35 is especially dangerous since it only costs like a tiny bit more than a Panther 4, but easily has notable better performance for just that faction that costs more. He's going for the Pack 40 here, Panther 4 moving in, shoots the Engineers, gets a light hit there, goes for the conscripts there. He's routed. Four kills on it, half 8 of veterans who won. Worth noting, by the way, while he has built the support core, we've yet to see any support from Company. We've not really seen anything out of it. No Maxims, no mortars, no field guns. Of course, with mortars, you should just go for heavy mortars, but you know, there has been a notable absence of anything out of it so far. There's the guards who quickly push back. He's concentrating from the south. Up north there, good harassment by Bulat. He's definitely got really good awareness of the battlefield compared to Prabuty. At times it doesn't quite effectively use the field as well, but Bulat is really good at like finding gaps, sneaking in some forces, just cutting off as much of Prabuti's resources as possible. So thumbs up there. And Prabuty goes for a sniper at this point. Interesting choice here. Going to try and bleed out the Soviets with that. He's also gone for a mortar maybe, but sniper is an interesting choice. Going southwards here. T-35 there on the move for Bulat. Quick 9 see it from Bulat as well. Pack 40 48, Panther 4 that gets great in response for the T-35 there. Field gun away for Bulat now. Got it from the Panther 4. We got marked target here on the Panther 4. Ooh, bunched up troops makes for a great target for the Panther 4. T-35 they need a repairs. Got 2 engineer squads to quickly fix it up. Very good. Typically you also want 2 engineer squads or pioneer squads, we're going to call them, to like help fix your armor faster. So of course, particularly once you get like more than 1 tank. With 1 tank, you know, 1 can work, but as soon as you get like more than 1 tank, you really want multiple engineers, pioneers, banana salesmen. You get the idea, to fix up your tank. And even if it's like with 1 tank, having 2 like again is like typically still a really good idea. So go back to Bulat, and again it's one reason why I see so many engineers from the surge, not just because, you know, one with flamethrower, one with minesweepers, but also it really just speeds up your tank repairs. Of course, Prabuty definitely should consider more pioneers eventually. There's the conscript plan for moving ahead here. Conscript moving up the flank here, so now quickly push back after an encounter and immediately gets executed by the conscripts. That did not work out well for Prabuty. Even loses the armor car. Yes, though, very wisely going for the Stug 3G, the Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung. Comes that push back. Guys from there firing into the rears of the Grenadiers, looking pretty rough here for Prabuty. Worth noting though, most Panzer Grenadier divisions actually receive the Stug 4 rather than the Stug 3G. Little side note there. Panzer getting the T-35, get a good shot there through the frontal armour. Pioneers being shot out in the open by the T-35, Pack 40 gets off, great hit there. Coming through the centre. Engineers almost wiped out. We got the guys on the flank here. Great hit there. Marked vehicle. And there we go. Firing position, doing a bit of damage to the Panther 4, forcing Prabuty to quickly disengage. Sturmgeschütz has arrived to support Prabuty and the 11th Panzergrenadier Division. 2nd Panzergrenadier Company. West side going to have the point here. Got the northern victory point secured as well. Pack destroyed as well. Good thing he's got the Stug then. They definitely would benefit from a pin-lock machine. You can like consider the spotting scope for the Stug, since that would allow the Stug to, you know, in a good position, make use of the range without a spotter. Ooh, machine caught in a minefield as a reposition there. That's going to have to be a swift retreat there for Prabuty. But certainly some heavy losses for Prabuty. I get Prabuty here from Bulat. Stug there still not seeing upgrades. Panther 4, they're close to Vetti 2. Great shot in the gas, but almost wiped them. Ooh, DP lock machine gun drop too. That's very good. Prabuty's Grenadiers can get their hands on it. Go, making a run for it. Panther 4 moving to assist. Stug arriving as well. There we go. Got the DP as well. They need to retreat the Grenadiers now. T-34 taking hits from the Panther 4 and the Stug. Panther 4 drawing with the attention line of the Stug to close in there. A bold maneuver here from Prabuty. He's going for it. Stug pathing, getting a bit to be the side. Then it's going to have to fall back with it. But I like the idea. T-35 getting Vetti 2. Stug and Panther 4 both need repairs. And at this point, Prabuty definitely will need another Pioneer squad to like effectuate them faster. Like just trying to fix both the Panther 4 and the Stug here with just one Pioneer squad. It's not going to be super cost efficient. Of course, he can make use of the critical repair to like, you know, make up for it. But long term, I would say that's going to be a bit costly there for him to fully rely on that. Particularly considering his current map control. But again, it's a good way to focus on quickly fix up the Stug and get it back into action. Good thing I used to be a mechanic back in my youth. Yeah, wait, what did you repair? Bicycles. Bicycles? Yeah. I'm not even going to ask. Bulat with another T-35 on the way. Prabuty may have to consider another Stug here that's really faced off against multiple T-35s to hit more efficiently. Got hit then the T-35 there. Stug closing on veteran 2-1. Mines down here, quick spot with the Grenadiers. And it's the double light machine gun one, so that's definitely extra nasty for Bulat, since 8 level Grenadiers with 2 light machine guns can definitely deal some damage. There's a reason why they had to quickly drop the double LMG upgrade on the Grenadiers. Now the Stug on the way there for Prabuty, grenades on the front from the T-35. Double Stug is, I think, very sensible in the face of multiple T-35s, so the double Stugs can fairly cost efficiently fight back against them. Just, you know, don't rush them into the field guns too eagerly. Pushing up north here, very good. Feel like Prabuty would benefit from maybe a more to help deal with the field guns and support weapons here. But again, a Panzer going to be escort could still also be an idea here. Second Stug almost ready. Stug taking hits from the divisional field gun. Grenades on fire from the T-35 there. We got a marked target here on the Stug. Clearly highlighting Bulat's concern with the might of the Sturmgeschütz. Second Stug ready here for Prabuty and Deutschland. The west here punishing back with the T-34-85. Grenades burning out. Grab the eastern point there. There's the conscripts, an exchange of light machine gun fire here. Yeah, with the DP light machine gun, and plus being two Grenadiers squads, the Grenadiers definitely have the upper hand. As you can see, the conscripts still fighting back fairly well with their own light machine gun. T-5 arriving, Panther forming into assist. Good hit return now. Up north, we've got the T-5 with the two Stugs. Could try and get a Grenadier squad close to Panther fast here. Ooh, that's a mistake of Bulat. Moves from the range of the two Stugs. He probably wasn't aware of the second one and gets Panther fast as well. Might lose the Stug, but probably won't. There we go. T-5 down. Never underestimate the Stugs. And then he draws straight to line of fire the Guardsman. Grenadiers could try and see. Oh, he's going to charge in the other Stug. Threaten to run them over, I guess. Maybe not. Coming in the Panther to assist, but some intense fighting here between Bulat and Prabuty here. And he's saving Private Stug. Very good. Now Bulat is his veterans one Stug. Guardsman routed by the Panther 4. But now Prabuty definitely has the upper hand here versus Bulat, with two Stugs and a Panther 4 versus one T-35. That said, Bulat still has a lot of infantry, still has a victory point lead, and can soon go for another T-35. Back to using the self-repairs here a bit to quickly deal with things. T-5 against the Panther 4. Around the centre, up north, aim to up against the Soviet counterattack there led by the LMG conscripts. Sturmgeschütz on the move again here for Prabuty. 100 points versus 335. Panther lands a great hit. There's Stugs charging in for Deutschland, but still got the field gun around there as well. Still with two Stugs. There is enough there to force the T-35 back, and looks like Prabuty is leading in for Deutschland here against the T-35. Could try and load up a heat shell here. Bypassing the field gun as the Stugs are too nimble, too fast for the T-35. And there you go, Panther going to clear up the field gun. Stugs need to back off. There you go. Now Bulat is standing without any armor in the face of two Stugs. Now Prabuty just needs to upgrade the Stugs with machine guns to help deal with infantry a bit more efficiently, at which point they're kind of decent actually with light machine guns, as they're basically Grenadier light machine guns but at half cost. Which, you know, is still a pretty good amount of firepower. Damaging the Panther 4. Maybe I just want to destroy the field gun before the Soviets get it destroyed as well. Or back and undercut line with the Stugs. Panther 4 knocked up at the Guardsman. Grenadiers bring 40 Pani still at it. Stug kind of stuck. Prabuty really needs some more stuff. He's also lost his machine gun here to Bulat somewhere. There we go, crewed up the field gun. Need to get the gunners to clear that out fast before it gets turned against Prabuty's noble Sturmgeschütz. Going for a 5th Grenadier squad here, 11th Panzer Grenadier Division, emptying the 2nd Panzer Grenadier Company of Truppen. Going for the car point here. Using the advancing engineers, they're contra-charging force there. Almost got the field gun there. Second Stug arriving. Yeah, he needs to hold them up there. Got it fixed up. Very good. Thumbs up. Very close to 52 on that one. Probably could have gotten if he'd upgraded with a machine gun. Just saying. Oh, the 5th Grenadier squad is ready here. Moving more infantry southwards. Guess the other machine gun just got destroyed. Oh, it's abandoned up there. Bulat could grab it. Oh, the Stug went down to a mine. Tragic loss for Germany. Tragic loss. Wilhelm, Otto, Jürgen the bicycle repairman, and of course, little Fritz. Guardsman on the center there. Grabbing the point. Stu getting the pin on machine gun. Bit of quiet here between Prabuty and Bulat. Bulat's going for the T-34-6. He just wants more armor now. Larger numbers. Basically, I guess he's just trying to, like, give the Stooks more target than can take down. Finish first thing he needs, they need light machine gun with that ammunition, but he has upgraded the Stook with machine guns. Thumbs up there. Always a good investment, in particular go for multiple Stooks again, like just, you basically can get like 2 light machine guns worth cost for 1 light machine gun on a Grenadier squad, which again can really add some damage over time. Really wouldn't sleep on them. Charging in, they're forcing the news to retreat. Guessing Prabuty is planning another Panther 4. Whoops, sorry about that. He's wiped. Up north here we got the MG42 with the conscripts. Grab the point there. Heading southwards with the Pioneers, going for the point there, straight into a mine, blowing apart Friedrich and Jürgen. Panther 4 then for Prabuty as expected. Stu rushing northwards against the conscripts. Quick rapid as well here. Ooh, there's a good chance of wipe here now. And there we go. There we go. And the light machine is dropped again. Wow. Returns back to its original owners. If they are much of this. So that means now Prabuty has 2 Grenadier squads equipped with double light machine guns. That's definitely bad news for Bulat's troops. That is definitely bad news for his guys. That said, he's got 37 points left of 325. Prabuty really needs to hold on to these points. Come hell or high water. Stug moving in. And we go, Garden falling back in the face of the Grenadiers, and of course backed up with the Stug. 33 kills on the Grenadiers. And again with double light machine guns, that kill count is going to go up fairly fast. Just don't ask where they're getting all the ammunition. Panther moving out there. Stug into the Grenadiers. Trying to crash them here. It was slightly difficult around the point there, to be honest. But I like the enthusiasm there from Prabuty. I like the enthusiasm. You're better off just like having the Stug shoot at them rather than trying to run them over, to be honest. That'd be a lot faster. Stug halfway to Veteran 2, and Guineas are being hammered by the Panther from the Grenadiers. We got 37 to 310. Panther going for the T-34-6. Shot bounced. Second T-34 ready here for Bulat and the Red Army. Rushing for the southern point, they're going to use the Pioneers. All squads are equipped with light machine and 2 of them equipped with double light machines, and that is a lot of light machines for Prabuty versus Bulat. North T-34 against the Grenadiers there. Guardsmen going for northern victory point. Need some armor support in the south or in the north. He needs to make up the decision to I think where most of his forces on the south would make more sense to push in there with the armor. Having the Stug with half-filled spearhead, I think, is a bit more risky, but there we go. Oh, misses the T-34. Lucky for Bulat, though, lucky. Consuming force there, which one is good. The Panther 4's leading, so there's less chance the Stug gets up with a damaged engine. Mark vehicle on the Panther 4 here. Also got a fresh machine team out here for the machine recruit level for Prabuty. Guardsmen get pushed back, and there's on a fire here. And these need to retreat. We've got 44 kills on them. Real heroes of the Reich. And of course, war criminals in the Soviet Union. Could consider laying down some mines here and there, maybe, if he has the time. And mental presence. Got the Stug there being fixed up. Using again the self-repairs because Prabuty is under such intense pressure here from Bulat. You could also consider, like, maybe a half to just quickly ferry his troops from point to point. And there go T-34 dashing straight to the Stug and the T-34. T-34 from them also taking to assist here. Panther 4 taking some nasty hits, but the Stug there is close to T-2. T-34 shoots, misses on the victim being seized. Need to be quick about his counterattack there, Mr. Prabuty, in the name of Deutschland. Bulat, of course, need to like try and kill some more German units. Of course, gets hands on those victory points. More troops for Bulat would actually make sense. He's down to just 3 squads now, honestly. Stuke's super close to Veteran 2. Going for that T-34 from 6 here. Using the spotting subs a bit. No, decides to not risk it. And from wing engages the conscript, shoots and misses, but still enough to spook them and scare them off. Small infantry push here, backed up the heavy machine team going for the northern victory point there. Cut rush in the Stuke to assist. You could also consider going for like an Oscar now or another Stuke. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Meanwhile, Bulat there. Hauling in another T-35 now. Guards from there. Ooh, mark target the Stuke. Ensures the Stuke can't just run them down, since when they're in fighting position, they can't move out automatically out of the way of any armor there, so they could theoretically get crushed there. Going for the curve point instead. Panther gaining veterans 1. Stuke is still super close to 22, but it's not quite there. T-4 moves to attack the flank here. (37 to 184). Bit of hesitation again there from Prabuty. He's aware that any armor loss right now could cost him the game there, as he's down to just 37. And now we got Bulat there with the T-35. The T-35 moving towards the centre right into the line of the Panther on the Stuke here. Stuke gets hit and gained veteran in the centre by the car on the T-35 moving forwards here. Another hit there from the Stuke on the T-34 from 6, putting down to half health. Another Panther 4 there for Prabuty in the south. T-34 moving up there. Stuke needs to be careful here. T-34 almost got it. Bit of intense still here of mine and Witz there. Going to get his caught with the Grenadier Stuke moving forward for Deutschland. Need to be careful though. Oh, got him. He melts. Shot bounces though. Stuke gets a hit back on the T-34, and of course that does not bounce. T-34 gets a shot through. Good hit for the Stuke there. Panther the T-34 from 6. Stuke them. Retreating right into it, but there you go. Gets right past it. Good hit in the T-34 from 6. Stuke there. Halfway to Veteran 3. Could take out the T-34 from 6. Shot bounces. Shot bounces. Panther 4 gets it. T-34 moving forward to the Grenadiers. Could Panther 4 to death. The other T-34 still being repaired up north. Bulat may have committed his forces in a fairly inefficient manner here, allowing Prabuty to deal with his tanks one at a time, which is great for Prabuty, but obviously a bit off there for Bulat. Fixing up the Stuke there rapidly. T-34 is going to take it out though. Got him here, Mel. Not the Stuke. Panther was the T-35 there. T-34 from 6 flanking, but the Grenadiers could Panther Faust it here. Friedrich's the Panzerfaust. There we go. Shot bounces. Stuke should have the upper hand. That was the T-34 from 6. As long as, you know, doesn't do anything silly. Almost ace level Stuke here. The shot missed. The Panther instead took it out here. Stuke has been denied its veterancy free. Still, Bulat's forces now in a horrid situation. He's done just 2 squads of infantry, 1 guards, 1 conscripts, 1 T-34-85, and an H-85 on the way there. The odds are pretty stacked against Bulat now here. Pretty stacked. H-85 halfway done here for Bulat. Contrast the Panther 4 here, which is Veteran 2. So for pass again the Stuke. There we go. Stuke is gefechtsbereit once more in the name of Deutschland. H-85 tank destroyer ready here for Bulat and the Red Army. Going to use the advancing conscript guardsmen. There we got the guns on the flank. Panther engaging the infantry there. T-4 going for the flank of the Panther 4. Shot misses though. Stuke rushing into assist here. But there you go, flanked by the H-85 here. Prabuty is quick to engage with the Stuke. H-85 though does not miss its second shot either. Stuke is heavily damaged. We've got 27 to 222. That's what I think if Prabuty, like, you know, were to like reorganize his forces, quickly fix them up, he could actually launch an efficient counterattack and crush Bulat now. And south though, T-34 pushes forwards, more engineers there for Bulat and the Red Army. Another Stug for Prabuty. Another Sturmgeschütz. Fixing up the armor there. Again, a lot of self-repairs. He still has only one Pioneer Squad, though. He really would have benefited from another Pioneer Squad. At least he's prioritizing the Stug, though. At least he's prioritizing the Stug. Thumbs up. There we go. Fit for fight once more here in the name of Deutschland. Issued following up there for Bulat. There we go. Now Prabuty has a fairly large armored force here. 2 Panther 4s, 2 Stugs. That can deliver a lot of firepower, by the way. Which is definitely a threat for Bulat. Going for the sun in the center victory point here. Prabuty can't afford, of course, that tap and need to counterattack immediately. Looks like he's lining up for a 2-pronged attack with the Panther 4 tank from one angle. The Stugs for another. Not a bad idea. Here, there you go. Stug goes the T-55. There you go. Ace level gained, meaning increased rate of fire, increased mobility, turning into a real beast of an assault gun. Panther 4 tank in the center there. Stug there got taking a lot of hits on the return there. Quickly disengaging there. Letting the other Stug spearhead, maybe. 27 versus 145. Fielding away there for Bulat and he's routed. Keep filming forward to engage with Grenadiers. Stug quickly doing self-repairs again. Grab northern point. There you go. 3rd Stug for Prabuty. Where the Stug goes, victory follows. Obviously. Need to get those Stugs moving now. Guys being caught on several sides here. Yeah, lots of firepower from Prabuty now, and just no match here for Bulat. His losses have just been piling up so heavily against Prabuty. Panther facing in against the G5. Almost guarded. He goes to attack with the Stugs from the other side, but I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Got the G5 here, feeling far away there. Misses. Panther 4 in a bit of trouble at this point. Bulat has got next to nothing left, and his base is basically being, raided at this point. The Germans have come to kick in the door, and there you go. The Stugs are attacking from another side. Panther 4's down, but there you go. Almost got the T-35, and there you go. The Stugs secure the kill. On that, Bulat is out. GG, game over. Victory here for Deutschland. A victory for Sturmgeschütz. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. Hope it gives you this for the sheer awesome might of the Stug. If it did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Interesting. Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'm sure tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.